Hey there, warriors. Brian King here. I was just having an exchange through Facebook Messenger with a colleague, and we both share experiences with chronic illnesses in common. And one of the things that we got into in our conversation was this proliferation of people that have these magical cures for everything. And I've heard my share of it. People that tell me, well, if you just, did the keto diet for this long, or if you just went vegan, if you drank more water, or if you had more vitamin D, they have this one-size-fits-all fix. Take this pill of mine that's 4 times what it would cost me at Walgreens because I'm selling it through my MLM, and it helps support me, therefore you should use it. It's ridiculous. The amount of recommendations I get. Don't get me wrong. I know people are trying to be helpful, but there is a bias in the mind of a lot of people that they don't realize they have, which is a bias against disability, which is thinking that everything that is not typical or average human experience needs to be fixed. And the reality is, some of us are just sick. Some of us are just disabled. And that doesn't mean that we've given up out of the gate and said, okay, well, I've got this diagnosis, I quit. You'd be surprised at the kind of effort we put into feeling better. I have yet to meet anybody that wakes up saying, man, another day feeling like crap. This is the life for me. I'm living the dream. None of us think like that. We wish there was a cure many times. We wish that we could feel better. But when the doctor runs out of everything that science has told them, meaning it's been tested, there's evidence, pro or con, supporting the efficacy of this, not just testimonials or anecdotal evidence, that's not compelling. If anything, that says, well, this thing has been randomly successful. I'm not going to invest my time and energy into that. But here's what I will do. I will invest my time and energy into seeing how can I still make an impact in the world? How can I still live my life fully within the context of whatever my disability is? Whether it's MS, whether it's ADHD, whether it's bipolar, whatever it is. If there's a reality within the way your body or your neurology operates, and it's simply the case for you that you've tried everything you could to make it better, and maybe you've made a little bit of progress, but you still have that gremlin showing up and kicking your butt every now and then. You need strategies that allow you to navigate life successfully, even though you have these challenges. A big part of that is going to be education. Letting people around you know what they can expect should this gremlin show up. Because ignorance is not bliss in this matter. Ignorance can be the difference between getting support for yourself when you need it or getting ostracized. Follow me? And I know you've experienced that. Self-advocacy, educating the people around you, doing as much as you can to rid yourself of the shame of having this disability or diagnosis in the first place. Because if you're embarrassed by it, you are going to hesitate talking about it. You're certainly not going to talk about it confidently. You're going to be talking about it apologetically. And I'll be honest with you, this is something that I still struggle with because my MS has advanced pretty quickly. And before I can wrap my brain around one issue, a new one shows up. So my acceptance is kind of behind. But fortunately, I have people in my support system that tell me, Brian, you're not a burden. No, Brian, you're not taking advantage. We're here to help you. Yes, it's hard on us too sometimes. My family's not living in bliss because I'm as disabled as I am. It requires a lot more of them than they would ordinarily have to give to somebody who is not disabled. But it's the reality. It's the reality we need to deal with. And trust me when I tell you, I don't like the idea of feeling like crap every single day for the next 30 years of my life. That's a thought that sometimes keeps me up at night. But there's also the thought that keeps me in the game. And the thought is, I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. I could feel good tomorrow. And if I feel good or even better than usual, what am I going to do with that energy? What am I going to do with that opportunity? Focus on each day, each hour if you need to. Because if you focus too much on the weight of the disability, like, oh my God, 30 more years of this, it'll crush you. It can be devastating. It can feel like way too much. So don't let your mind go there. Let your mind go to today, what can I contribute? Maybe it's a single post, a share of an article, a share of an insight that changes some lives. Okay? Or maybe you just sleep and all you do is post that, hey, I'm taking care of myself today. Now you become an advocate for self-care. And people are moved by that. There's so much you can do and still be disabled and still be chronically ill. You follow me on this? So I want you, if you're one of the people that rushes in to help and cure and fix, I want you to step back before doing any of that stuff and ask yourself the question, how can I support this person in living with this reality? If this is a person looking for acceptance and compassion, then take your magic greens and your pills and put them somewhere else. Because that is not the kind of support this person's looking for. They're looking for you to see them as a human being, not a broken being. So that's enough of a rant for this moment. Hopefully this has been helpful and clarified some things. And by all means, pass this along to anybody in your life that needs to hear this. And until we talk next time, this has been Brian King. Thanks for being you.